It is hot. Normally you can't trust what the weatherman says, but in this case the forecast is 100% correct. It is scorching. I took advantage of the heat to put all of my hickory chips into my dump trailer, and I put it into the sun and it cooked it. And all of the moisture is out of these chips. They look great. And I think what we're ready to do now, guys, is to put them in the plastic bags. I had learned quickly one of the benefits of making these barbecue chips, especially if you're using a trailer, is you can move yourself into the shade and do what you need to do. And that's what I've done. I left this in the sun for them to dry out, but now I've pulled it back into the shade here so that I can try to not get dizzy with my task. This whole idea was just the thought of how can I maximize my price per cord. And I found that if I chip up a stick of firewood, I can sell it as barbecue chips. I see them for sale at grocery stores, hardware stores, and I thought, why not me? So I've been giving it a shot, and I've done 2 other videos about the process that I have and some of the thought that I've put into this. And I will put them up here, or maybe up here, or maybe both. I had come up with this idea of buying these Ziploc bags, and this measures 12 inches by 15 inches. And guys, I got the kind they have a gusset in the bottom. This is a 3-inch gusset. And when you put like a bulky material in here, it helps it spread out and it looks better on display. I'll show you how I put these together. The last piece of the puzzle is, I think maybe I need to try one of those heat sealers that go across the top. I think it would work better for the retailer because, you know, if this sits on a shelf sometimes, they can pop open and the contents can spill out. We don't want that to happen. So that could be the last piece of the puzzle. But let me show you how we put these bags together. One of the things that I have learned is in retail, the packaging plays a huge role. So I've put a lot of thought and effort into my labels, and I had my graphic designer, her name is Melissa Nagy, and she is willing to work with any subscriber of Ohio Wood Burner, and I'll put the link to her website in the description. But she does excellent work, and she designed these labels, and these have the UPC code on them. I bought the UPC codes. Guys, all you have to do is go onto the internet and type in purchase UPC code, and there'll be about 100 websites come up. You buy them, you own the numbers, and you can put it on any product that you want. So the retailers love UPC codes. It makes them tracking their inventory and selling through the cash register a lot easier. And it's a great selling point when you're trying to get them to sell your product. I had learned that the stickers, the labeling is the most expensive part of this. And it pays to shop around. I had tried an online vendor and they got them done. They looked nice. They were a little bit expensive. But then I found a local print shop. I just went in and told them what I was trying to accomplish, and they were able to do this cheaper than everyone else. I'm averaging 16 cents a sticker. One of my thoughts was putting wood inside of a plastic bag. I think you're asking for trouble. The wood can still have moisture in it, and if it gets into the sun or if it gets into the heat, that moisture can get onto the inside of the bag and it looks terrible. So think about the retailer. You know, if that bag is going to be sitting on that shelf for a month or 2 before it's sold, you want to make it look as nice as you can. So it pays to have a nice dry chip, which is why I dry them in here. But what I also do is I poke holes in it with a hole punch. For whatever reason, it just doesn't like to punch holes when you just use the bag. So I use a piece of cardboard and I put 4 holes in it. and it works great. And then from there, guys, I just put on the sticker and we're ready to go. Looks great. I get a lot of comments and I read every single one of them. And one of the big sources of comments was, what's the best way to fill up the bags? And there was a lot of cool ideas. And I really do think it's scalable. You know, if I get into high volume, certainly I would come up with like a hopper program and some kind of a device that measures it and then drops it into the bag. But I have a device that I use now. And if you've been with this channel for a while, you have seen this before, the way I make kindling. And I think I'm going to be doing another video on kindling coming up. But the device that I use, and if you are from Ohio or from the Midwest, I'm sure you've seen this before. The Paracon Flexible Flyer. It looks hokey, guys, but if you ever showed up to the sledding hill with one of these when you were younger, people laughed at you for 2 seconds until they saw you go down the hill with it, and then they quit laughing and they wanted to borrow it off of you. One of the greatest inventions ever. But I found it perfect to be filling up my barbecue chip bags. This hot weather is killing me, and it's super windy right now. There's storms coming in, but the wind feels good, but it's not good for filming. But check it out, guys. It goes right in. It stands up straight, and you can do all the filling yourself. And when it's full, ta-da! There was some questions about the contents. So I have my bag labeled in cubic inches, and 180 cubic inches is the size of a box that is 6 inches by 6 inches by 5 inches. 180 cubic inches. What I have done and what I'm prepared to do is the bag holds much more than that, and I just fill it oversized. So the bottom line is the customer will be getting more than 180 cubic inches. I'm not going to sweat the small stuff right now. My objective is just to get these made and to get them sold. You guys have heard me say this before, that you can sweat the small stuff and account for every single thing to be precise. And if that's what you want to do, go for it. My point is, instead of fretting over the exact 180 cubic inches, I will just put in more so that I would not be dishonest in my quantities, you know, where I'm saying that it's 1 cord, but I'm delivering much less. So that is how I'm addressing this right now. Some people that will annoy, but the bottom line is I'm in business. I appreciate all comments. And there is this one type of comment that I get occasionally, and I appreciate what they're saying, but I just smile at it and move on. And it's usually the person, they're probably an accountant. And when I'm talking about how much I can get for a bag of barbecue chips, you know, $10 for a stick of firewood, sound familiar? I will get the comment, yeah, but what about your gas to run your chipper? What about the depreciation of your tractor and your chipper? What about the expense in your gloves? What about the expense in the fuel? You know, and my reply to that is, yeah, I am fully aware of that. What I also know is after 22 plus years of doing just that, I've become somewhat of a rebel in the way I run Ohio Woodburner. I focus on building the business, driving sales, building a customer base. There will probably come a time and a place for splitting hairs and accounting for every single expense line that there is. But you know what, guys, for right now, I'm not going to worry about it. What I'm going to worry about is getting this business going, getting it established, and not splitting hairs and counting beans. Is accounting important? Yes. Do I do it? I do what needs to be done. And I pay very close attention to my accounts payable, my accounts receivable, and how much money is in my bank account. All the other stuff, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it right now. And there will come a time and a place, and when that day comes, I'll let you know. I also think, too, that is the kind of feedback that if you get that when you are in the planning stages of starting a business, and you run into someone, and albeit they're well-intended, but that's just enough for you to get talked out of pursuing your dream, you know? When they, what if you're planned to death? I think they're probably trying to be helpful, but there are some people out there that just want to try to impress you with how smart they are. And there's something to be said when, despite the obstacles, a person goes forward and executes a plan. That's what I'm doing. There has been a major milestone that we've accomplished here at Ohio Woodburner, and a lot of you guys had already noticed it, but we have hit 20,000 subscribers and 4 million views. And I just want everyone to know how grateful I am to have you guys in my life, and that none of this would be possible without you. Who would have thought that a simple guy from Ohio can put together just a simple firewood delivery service, but then make such a presence on YouTube? I am just very grateful for everything that has come because of this, and I know that all of this is because of the support that you guys have given. And of course, if you've been with the channel, you know what that means. A milestone means we are going to have an enormous live stream with giveaways. So give me a little bit to get that done. I'll put something together, and we can spend the evening together. We'll have a nice live stream. I'll give a lot of stuff away. Maybe this will be called the Mother of All Live Streams 2. I like it. But while we are waiting on the live stream, guys, I have another idea. And maybe this is worth giving it a shot. I want to have a meet and greet. And I had spoken to one of the restaurants that I deliver to, and they would like to host it. So what I would be asking you, if you are in the area of Northeast Ohio, maybe plan on coming out to Mission Barbecue in Boardman, Ohio on Saturday, August 6th at 2 p.m. I'll have some things that I can give away, but what I was hoping that, guys, we can just have a nice couple hours to hang out and spend time together. Maybe get to know each other, especially if you're in the area. Stop on out, because you can also get yourself a nice lunch. If you haven't been to Mission Barbecue, guys, the food's delicious. And I mean, why not? It's cooked with the best firewood in Northeast Ohio. I will give some updates and reminders in future videos, and I'll also put the address in the description, which is beneath this video screen. But really, if you were to just type in Mission Barbecue, Boardman, Ohio, it'll come up on your map, and come on out. I'd really like to see you guys if you can make it. If you can't make it, we'll have another chance somewhere, sometime. It would be super nice if you guys can stop out and we can spend the afternoon together. Got a ways to go still. There has been a lot of comments that people are going to give this product a shot and see if they can make it work for themselves. And what I would ask is, if you're doing it, shoot me an email and keep me updated on your progress. Maybe you've come up with a better way of doing certain things, or you found a better supplier for the bags and stuff. keep me updated, and if it's appropriate, I'll share it on a future video. But who would have thunk it, guys? 20,000 subscribers. And I keep saying, that this channel started as an accident. I didn't get into this thinking that I was going to be a YouTube channel. And it just goes to show that when you get something started, you have no idea what's going to happen. And if there is any reason for you, and I'm talking to you, who's got that great idea, but they just haven't started it yet, guys, I am giving you permission to start it. Get it going, figure it out, fail, adjust, correct, fail again, adjust, and keep your head down and keep at it. And the next thing you know, you're going to be successful. I am nothing special when it comes to business. I am just a simple guy from Ohio, and I have applied what I learned, from a 20-year corporate lifestyle, but it's worked out. We have a legitimate business. I have legitimate successes and problems, and I'm always trying to figure things out. And so here we are, starting off with a new product, and I'm giving it a shot. What I've been doing is visiting some of my current accounts, and I'm showing them what I'm making, and people are interested in it, and I'm getting them put into stores. You can do the exact same thing. And here we go, guys. This is what we're making, and I'm kind of excited about it. It's added a new dimension to firewood production. A reminder, a meet and greet live with Joe from Ohio Wood Burner, Saturday, August 6th at 2 p.m. at Mission Barbecue in Boardman, Ohio. I really hope to see people there. I figure if I can get at least one person to show up, it's going to be a successful day. All right, guys, everyone have a great day.